Hello, hello, hello. Right now, we're going to be going through a playbook for Warmly's AI chat feature. So, in the Warmly dashboard here, I'll select at warmly.com. You can see I'm signed into Warmly's account, and we're looking in the settings tab under Warm AI chat. So, Warmly's AI chat feature. Now, let's start at a high level. What this is going to let us do is essentially let AI send messages, two messages, to prospects that we select, that we filter, visiting our website. And then if and only if the prospect responds to one of those messages, will it loop in your sales team via a Slack notification. And so we're able to get in front of all of the prospects based on filters that we want to, and then it'll notify our sales team if the prospect is essentially on the hook. And then our sales team is able to go in and continue the conversation with the prospect that has responded in a positive way to the AI's messages, one of the two messages. Important to note, right now our AI will only send two messages. So it'll always send these two messages, but it won't send any more. So once the prospect responds to those messages, it'll be up to you and your sales team to continue and finish the conversation. And so what we're essentially, why we've built AI chat is to take away the need for your team to always be entering sessions and trying to engage with prospects that may or may not respond to you. Now your sales team will only be notified when you have a responder, when you have a prospect on your website that is actively responding, to save you and your sales team time from needing to try to get them to respond. AI is able to do that all the time throughout the day, and then notify you when you have a prospect ready to talk. All right, let's get into the details here. So to set this up successfully, what you're going to need to do is first, within Slack, go ahead and create a Slack channel. Now, I already have a Slack channel set up, but what you would do here is you could go up here at the top. Let's see, actually you would go, I guess you would go to any of your kind of sections here and click create, and then create channel. Now I have one, but Warmly has one that's called F inbound pounce response, but you can name this anything you want. A lot of our customers will name it something like Warmly-AI chat notifications, something like that. So create a channel, add whoever you want to it, and then once you have the channel here, the next step is going to be going to Slack and getting it integrated. So if you already have some channels integrated, you'll just select add another integration. But if you don't, you'll click get started, basically the same thing. Then you'll make sure that you're signed into the correct workspace here. So I'll select Warmly, great. And then down here, I'll find the channel. So inbound pounce response. This is the one right here. And I'll select it and I'll click allow. Now, I've already allowed it in Warmly. It's already integrated. So let's pretend that I didn't have it integrated, and I selected allow. Now let's go back to Warmly. Great. And now I have it integrated up here. Now for AI chat, you could either get me to help out, but what you'll want to do is you want to delete these two pre-built segments. So you'll probably have two purple things here. Delete both of them. For AI chat, you don't want any segments up here. Then what you'll do is you'll go down to the workflows, Slack notifications, add a notification, and click responds to chat. Now, by the time that you do this, it might say responds to AI chat, but it'll be this one down here, either responds to chat or responds to AI chat. Scroll to the bottom, and then you'll select the Slack channel. So inbound pounce response. Basically what we're saying is don't send me notifications for anything other than responses to AI chat messages, and send them to that channel that I just created. Perfect. Nothing else we need to do here. Now let's go to the Warm AI Chat tab, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing here. First, we're going to need to select the default Warm AI Chat user. We'll select Catherine. Within inbound chat, and we might change this a little bit in the future, but within your inbound chat, if you turn that on, you'll see these chat greeting videos. We would highly suggest that you create, and it's very easy to do. You just click upload video, turn camera on, upload recorded video, create a default company video. It's helpful for your reps to create their own personal videos too, but at the company level for AI chat, it would be the default company video. And we'd suggest you upload one like this. This is Catherine on our sales team. Chat with us. We've got the little green icon. This will make it so that your AI chat's messages are going to seem a lot more human because they're going to have this icon on them instead of just a very traditional, boring, blue, warmly static icon. So would highly recommend doing this to increase conversion, increase engagement. And then if you don't want inbound chat on because you're going to be using AI chat, which essentially supersedes inbound chat, once you have that default company video set up, just go ahead and turn back inbound chat off. That's going to save for AI chat. So we've got Catherine. It's important to match the default user up with the video. So we basically have Catherine, or the AI version of Catherine, sending messages to prospects based on these prompts. Now, this is pretty important. AI sends two messages, message 1 and message 2. These can be AI generated or not. So if you want these to be static messages, so these will always be sent to every prospect that we select based on some filters down below, we can do this. So what we have set up now is the first message will always be this. The second message will always be this, which can be okay, but we might want to make them AI generated based on prompts. So we'll turn those back on. Let's take a look at this prompt. This is a prompt that Warmly is using right now. We change these prompts and test things a lot, but right now we're able to play the prompt here. You can change this, you can adjust this whenever you want, and then change preview. And then what we can see on the right is at different levels of identification, so totally unidentified, known company and visitor, we can see what it would say. So for example, hey there, notice you're on our website, what brings you here? Hey Apple, same sort of message. Hey Steve, because we know it's Steve at Apple. So you're on our pricing page. Emoji, let me know if you have any questions. If you make any changes, be sure to preview them and then click save. And then we'll have our prompt here. Same thing down below. These are going to be very basic prompts. Again, we're trying to sound like a human to get the prospect to reply. Fantastic. Cool. Now, one little note here is we'd always recommend having a message here, because what this will do when AI chat is on, when the AI generated toggles are off, this is what will be sent, right? These AI chat not available messages. But when the AI toggles are on, these will be what's sent if our integration with ChatGPT breaks. So we'd always recommend you have these messages down below. But then if you want to be sending AI generated messages based on the prompts, just be sure to have your AI generated toggles on. Fantastic. So we like the messaging. We've gone through it. We like the previews. We're ready to rumble. Now let's set up our triggering. So generally what you're going to want to do is starts a session. So whenever someone comes to your website, on all pages, right, we're going to want to send them AI chat messages. Now we can apply filters. So I've set up some Playbook filters down below, and we'll briefly go through these in just a second. But so we can apply filters. So we can say, I want to message companies in tech with between 25 and 500 employees, headquartered here. I don't want to be messaging customers. I don't want to be messaging Warmly employees, and I don't want to be messaging competitors. Here what we're saying is send AI messages to all companies visiting our website that fit these segments. So our ICP accounts, not customers, not Warmly traffic, and not competitors. I like it. The and toggle's on, so that's great. The same thing will happen for lands on a page, but we're going to use lands on a page when we want to be page specific. So we'd add conditions, and we'd go path name is probably what you're going to want to do. Is any of, and then let's just do pricing. So I know this is Warmly's pricing page. So then we could apply the same segments here. And let's say I applied the same ones as up top. The difference between these two is the lands on a page is saying only send AI messages when they hit the pricing page and they hit these segments at the company level. The starts a session is doesn't matter what page they come, when they come to our website, so don't apply any conditions up here, and they fit these segments, then send AI messages. So lands on a page, you're going to want to add conditions based on path name. Down here, we're only sending AI messages to people that fit these path names and these segments. Starts a session is we don't care what page they're on. We're sending it to all pages, but they have to still fit these company level segments. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, it lands on a page. The Warmly recommendation would be to have this on all pages and just apply your company level ICP segments. But if it's really important that you only want to have this on a page or two, then feel free to do this. I'd only recommend using the page path name, just like I did here. Using the rest of these could get it not to work. So be sure, if you're not going to use path name, be sure to reach out to me and we'll make sure we get this set up how you want it. But I'd say for the time being, these are going to be your two methods here. All right, you only want one of them. So what we're doing is starts a session. And then just for the sake of this, I'm going to turn all of these off for the time being. So anyways, right now what we're saying is, I'm just going to turn this on really quick. We're going to send AI-generated AI chat messages based on those prompts to everyone that starts a session on our website because we have no segments applied. And we know where they're going to go. They're going to go into this inbound pounce response Slack channel. Awesome. Now, again, I'll just touch on this really quick. Segments, this is where you add the segments. I've already added them. Here are our Playbook segments. Company HQ, company and tech, employee count, filter out customers, filter out competitors, filter out Warmly traffic. So pretty simple. Domain is not in Warmly. This is probably going to be automatically created for your organization. Filter out customers. This is based on CRM opportunity. Stage is not in any of these guys. Competitor, domain is not in any of these guys. Employee count, metrics, employees greater than this and less than this with an and toggle. Tech, based on our Clearbit Industries, company headquartered here. You can always go, I went into a little more detail in the AI Prospector playbook about this, so feel free to go take a look at that, creating segments. But in this playbook, I'm also going to include links of how to build these out exactly how you want. These need to be really well built, so be sure to build them correctly, and if you have any questions, ask me. All right, let's get back into AI chat. Fantastic, everything looks pretty good here. Great, and we've got our Slack channel here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the website. And I'm going to scroll around for a little bit. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go in an incognito browser, and I'm going to pretend, because I've already been AI chatted, I'm going to go and I'm going to pretend that I am Ryan at Gong. Nothing that you really need to recognize that I did there. I'm basically using Warmly's UTM parameter to make the website think that I'm actually this person. So Ryan at gong.io. Anyways, what you can see here is the AI message. So we've got Catherine's icon on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Looks really human. And then we've got also Catherine, account executive, Austin, Texas here. Looks really human with the green dot. Hey, Ryan. She knows that I'm Ryan at Gong. Saw you're on the homepage. What brings you here? Awesome. Now, I didn't reply, so she said, just curious, what prompted you to check us out? Those will be the only two messages that Catherine's sending me. On the prospect, I'm scrolling on the page. By the way, it's pulling that data on Catherine from general settings for each rep. First name, last name, location, title. So be sure to have your reps fill this in so that that's what's shown right here. It's going to look increasingly human. Anyways, when I click into this, this is what I'll see. And then I'll say, hey, Catherine, looking into Warmly here. Can you help? Fantastic. So I've now replied. And then what's going to happen in Slack is you'll get a notification saying Gong, Ryan DeForest, because that's who I'm pretending to be, chatted you. And it'll say Ryan DeForest. It'll have all the information about him. It'll have information about the company where applicable, including all of the CRM information. They're in our Salesforce and they're in our HubSpot. It'll @message someone if they are the either contact or account owner. So you can see that Tiff is actually the owner of the account in HubSpot on our team. And then you'll also have all the information down below, the context of the conversation. So you'll see that Catherine, the AI version, said, "Hey, Ryan," and the message. She also said, "Just curious," and the message. And then the human, Ryan, said, "Hey, Catherine, looking into warmly here. Can you help?" What you're then able to do is click warm call, and that'll put you into the session with the prospect. So it'll actually take me into the incognito browser. But what it would do, if you clicked warm call, important to note, it won't put you into a video call or audio call. Warm call means chat. So it'll put you into this. And then you're connected with the prospect. And then you're able to say, "I'm here. What? Can I give you a 5-minute demo right now while you're on our site?" Booyah. Awesome. You'll see that it switched over to Ryan because Ryan took over from Catherine, which is perfectly normal and great. And then if I say yes, then perhaps you might want to say, "Great, turning on my video." You can prompt them for video, turn on your video. They'll see this. They'll see the prompt for video. They might need to click allow in the top left. And then you'll be having a one-on-one Zoom-esque conversation with your prospect while they're on your website, all because AI chat, Warmly's AI chat feature, sent messages to the prospect, told you in Slack that they responded, and now here you are having a conversation with them real time on the website. I'm gonna click out of all that. Awesome. So they've now left. You've had your conversation with the prospect. It went great. And now Gong is now a company in your pipeline. Fantastic. Trying to think of anything else worth going over. Yeah, important to note are these Slack notifications. So you'll definitely want to pay attention to this channel. Settings, AI chat. It's important that all this stuff is built properly and set up well. Can always change your prompts. And this stuff down below, your segments are really, really important that they're built accurately. If you're not sure if anything is built perfectly, feel free to message me, probably your CSM, and same with Slack. If you're not sure why you're not getting notifications, are things working, always feel free to message your CSM, which is likely me. Awesome. Thank you very much.